Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed. In fact, it is 6:03 a.m. It's Thursday, the 30th of November. Yes, indeed. Why so early? Well, first of all, let me do this. I'm grabbing a hamster out of this bin cage next to me, where I have the lid off, and inside of this bin cage is Bad Ears McGee. Yay, it's Bad Ears McGee. He's all like really tired because he was asleep and covered in bedding and just like having little hamster dreams. And now he's like whoa, and trying to figure all this out. Sure, it's kind of warm where he's being held, and it's, I'm soft as meat can be, so he's a good little guy, though, so I'm going to put him back in his cage so he can go back to sleep. I've got him moved up on top. Hey, little guy, you're such a cutie. Here we go. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry. I love my little hamsters, and I have to show them off because I love hamsters. They're just awesome. They're absolutely astonishing little rodents. And if they had tails, I know I wouldn't like them as much. They're little stubby tails that are just that long. They're so cute. I just love their stubby little tails. I mean, I like rats, too. I really like rats. They're very affectionate, smart little animals, and I love everything about them, except for their long, hairless tails. Just not a big fan of that. It doesn't gross me out or anything. I just don't really like them. The tail. The rats are awesome. Like I said, I've had rats in the past, and they've been good little critters. Oh, there's Bad Ears McGee. He's on the other side of his cage now, sniffing around. My hamsters love the great big things. They don't spend a lot of time being adventurous, but you can tell the fact that they just run around and they're not squished into one little corner like they were before in the big cages. Big cages? The small cages. Like the one that Harold is still in, because Harold is dying of some kind of inside the abdominal wall cyst. He's going to be about a month. But he's going to be gone unless I, what the heck is the phrase? Unless I spine up and then put him out of his misery. But, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do that. I mean, I know how to do it, but I've never been a person that can. I don't even kill bugs. I try to push them outside the window, which I've got open because I need to have moving air at all times, even when it's cold. Yay. But I try to push them out the window because I don't like killing things. I wouldn't want to be crushed. I wouldn't want to be zapped with electricity until I was dead, like a bug zapper. I wouldn't want to be smashed with tissues. I want to live, and other things want to live too. Maybe they don't have brains, or good enough brains, like an insect. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's not a whole lot, what's the word, that's very intense. God, it's not, intense is the wrong word, but complicated, maybe. Because there is a wasp, that what it does with various insects, like roaches, is it will take its stinger. And if you're a creature where another critter can come up to you with a stinger, shove that stinger into your body, grind it all the way up through your body and then through your neck, and then have the big rough end of the stinger squidge around inside of your skull until the prongs meet up and match up just right with your brain, so that the creature that shoved the stinger through your body can control your body because it's controlling your brain now. Yeah, there's a type of wasp that does that. Drives its stinger all the way through the body of the critter up into its head, where it wedges the stinger inside of its skull and inside of its brain until it goes, oh, I got it there. And then it's able to make the bug walk where it wants to and then lead it right into the nest. Okay, if you are unsophisticated enough that you can survive having a pole shoved through your body, up in through your neck, into your head, and then have them squidge that stick around inside of your brain until they go, yeah, I think that's good, and then use the movement of that stick to control your body, you're not very sophisticated. You're very unsophisticated. Because our bodies, you try that, we aren't going to be able to survive the big post going through the body, let alone traveling through your neck up into your head. Yay? So I don't know how much they're able to quote-unquote feel the pain of and understand the pain of being crushed to death. I don't know. All I know is I wouldn't want to be crushed myself, and so I don't like crushing other things. I don't like to kill. I don't like killing things at all. And so I can't even put him out of his misery because of that. Such is life, though. Such is life. And yeah, insects are disgusting and repulsive, but they're still alive, and I'm quite sure they want to be alive. I mean, there's like the mayfly that's alive for 24 hours and then dies. What a life. What a life. At least nobody's squidging a stick through my body and up into my skull. That's a good thing. I can't remember why I started to talk about the sophistication of insects and the non-sophistication, really, and why and how they're repulsive and disgusting. That wasn't it either, but that's okay. Gosh, I had been thinking of a whole bunch of stuff too, but whenever I come up with an interesting thing to talk about, I'm never in a place where I can write it down. And this morning, all the stuff that I wanted to talk about was either from last night, where I didn't have an opportunity to write it down because I was like walking or some such like that, with nothing to write with and nothing to write on. So yay, I'm just processing today, pure processing with absolutely no real point to any of it, except that I mentioned that I was vlogging early. It is 6:10 a.m. Yeah, I've got to get it done and ready to go because I have a mental health appointment today. I'm actually going to Olympia, and the person that I'm seeing, oddly enough, let's see if I can grab this sheet of paper. It is a marriage and family therapist. Okay. I had originally called them up because I needed to see somebody for my meds, because I couldn't get any more antidepressants because I was out of the system. So I have to go see this therapist type person on this one, and on February is when I have an appointment in town here to see somebody for medication management. So hopefully they'll be able to get me on the antidepressants. I don't really know what I'm going to be able to talk about other than, you know, everything that's happening in my life that's horrible, like my wife dying and her cat dying after she died, and everything that's been going on in my life and how generally miserable I am and such like that. I've finally started putting my head back together. It's taken me 3 years after the death of my wife. Oh yes, this is what I wanted to talk about. Last night I started working it out, trying to figure things out. My wife died in March of 2014. I started my channel on December. That was 9 months after my wife died. For the life of me, I cannot figure out what I was doing for 9 months. And when I say I don't know what I was doing, I mean I know what I was doing. I was just amazed that I actually was able to break out of what I was doing and that I survived what happened. I had spent most of my time after she died just sitting in a chair and either reading or just sitting and staring. I did some other things too. I tried to get my house, which Wells Fargo illegally took from me, but you know, they do that to everybody. Not everybody, but a lot of people, and what am I going to do? We had 2 mortgages on our house. I tried to do a housing and management thing so that I could adjust my mortgage so I wouldn't end up losing my house. They're supposed to do it in a specific way. They didn't. And so I couldn't do it the way they wanted me to, which was not the way it was supposed to be done, so I lost my house. Life is life. But during that time, I was doing paperwork on and back and forth with them, and so during some of that, I was going to where my brother-in-law, he had a store in town here, well, a shop, He's semi-retired, so he doesn't go there anymore. But at the time, I was going to his shop, filling out paperwork, doing some faxing, stuff like that. And then when I was done, after about 2-3 hours, I'd come back home again, and then I would just sit and read again. It was 9 months. I spent 9 months doing nothing but just sitting in a chair and reading before finally desperation and terror got me moving, and I made a channel because I didn't want to die, and I was preparing to die. I was drifting. I was getting ready to leave. And that terrified me enough to that I reached out and I started my channel here. And so I've been doing videos for my channel for therapy to get over the death of my wife. That's why I do videos. That's why I have a channel. That's why I've been doing all this stuff. The fact that I'm able to get help from all you so that I can not be homeless and that I make any money at all off of my videos is all wonderful. And in fact, you've been lifesavers. YouTube has been a lifesaver monetarily. So, and I'm still struggling because I could go homeless at any time. I owe the U.S. government enough money that when they take it out, I'm going to have like $750 to pay my $1,000 rent. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I'm negative $300. If you could help, that would be awesome, but that's not the point. The point is there's all this stuff happening, and life is life, though. Yeah, so it's pretty joyous on everything. I've got to try and figure out what I'm going to be doing, and I'm fibrofogged enough that this morning here, and tired, I've lost track of where I was going with what I wanted to say. I said I wanted to talk about this because I remembered it. I started off talking about it. It's gone. I cannot remember even a little bit of what I was talking about. I can only remember now that I was talking about it. I only now know that the breadcrumbs that I threw down conversationally, they're all gone. There's the bag of breadcrumbs. There's no bag left anymore. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck I was even talking about. And I can't. Welcome to my brain. I love fibromyalgia and the brain damage from my alcoholism. I was an active alcoholic for 23 plus years. It's wonderful to be able to talk about things and just go, oh my gosh, you know, I only started talking about this a minute ago and I can't remember anything at all of what it was. It's a wonderful feeling. And since I do all of this extemporaneous in one great hot take, which is a hot take is that you turn on your webcam and you go. And you don't, and sure, I edit. And mostly my editing is to take out the worst of bad things, like if I stumble real bad and spend 30 seconds going, good Lord, I couldn't speak English. I need to edit this part out. And then I'll try to fix up and then chop that stuff out. But there's nothing to fix here, so yay. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to open up, because I haven't done it yet, foolishly. I'm opening up 24 hours worth of comments. Well, I'm trying to anyway. Come on, load up. Bloody, good old Chrome. So I am opening up 24 hours worth of comments so that I can thank 20 to 25 people. It's a range, 20 to 25, because as I mentioned here, how I just fibrofogged and lost my trail entirely. It was like someone reached into my head, grabbed the memories and the train of thought, and then just pulled it out with a yank. But I'm opening up 24 hours so I can thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments. Now, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read the comments afterward. I'm going to thumbs up every comment that I read. I'm going to answer as many as I can. But for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. I'm going to read them all afterward. So I'm not reading them, I'm just thanking you. If I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm terrible at names. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at names. I do my best. I'm better than most, but no disrespect is intended. So it's going to be a range of 20 to 25 people, and we're going to start with Janelle O. Thank you so very, very much. You keep asking about NF videos. NF, unfortunately, 95% of all of his videos are blocked worldwide, so it's the odds of my being able to react to any NF song are very, very low. I'm very, very sorry. Marco Boy 123 TV, thank you very, very much. And Ben's Truck, BENZ, thank you very, very much. Stab Master Arson, that's a heck of a name. but thank you very, very much. Mateus Balcher, always good to see you in the comments. Thank you very, very much. Bruce Casto, greatly appreciated. Comedy Gold, son of a gun. Thank you very, very much. And then there's Raina. Thank you very, very much. Canatron. I like the Otron or Atron part of a name. That's why I've got like the, well, that doesn't work at all. It's a Sultanator in Terraria. Has nothing to do with a Tron, except that I call my hamsters Hamatrons because my wife thought it was cute to call them Hamatrons when she was alive. And then there is Google Boy, thank you very, very much, and Leopold Gonzalez, thank you very, very much. Vo, V-O-U, thank you very, very much, greatly appreciated. Trevor Gagne? G-A-G-N-E, thank you very, very much. Sentient Ooze, heck of a name, thank you very, very much. And then Vino Mari 24, thank you very, very much. Omega Nin, it's Omega and then N-Y-N, thank you very, very much. And Ice Queen Emeretti, thank you, greatly appreciated. We have Gaming with Purge Anarchy, except Purge is spelled with a 3 instead of an E. Hannibal Freak, thank you very, very much. Talitha V, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And then there's XZUR. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you very much. Cookie Plays. Hello. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Any comments at all? Thank you. And then Steffard, S-T-E-F-R-D. No, I can't remember. It must be this one. And I'm sorry. See, the Fibro Fog. I'm even counting on my fingers right here, and I can't keep track. Fibro Fog is wonderful. And then there's Top Hat. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And no ketchup, just sauce. Ooh, for me, ketchup is a sauce. I love ketchup. Thank you all so very, very much. You get me out of my head, into the real world, dealing with actual people. And since I have clinical depression, I have bipolar disorder. My wife died 3 years ago. Her cat committed suicide 6 months after that. Life has not been wonderful. So thank you very, very much. It is appreciated, absolutely, each and every one of you. I'm at 17 minutes and 18 seconds. Son of a gun. So, if you could check out my links down below, that would be awesome. I got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. As stated, I owe the U.S. government a whole bunch of money, and they're going to take it out in big enough chunks that if I become homeless, they don't care. Take a look at the U.S. government right now. They don't care. They haven't cared since the 1980s. Yay. Well, they periodically do when the different head of the same beast pops up. The Republican and Democrat heads are the same, it's the same body in power in Washington, just different heads. It's just that the Democratic head is slightly less rapacious and tries to make sure that there are poor people in the future to feed upon, whereas the Republican head just says, and then eats and destroys because, hey, screw the future. Same body, different heads. I prefer the Democratic head. I'm poor. I know I'll be poor. At least I'll still be around to be alive and poor instead of, well, like that guy who already is dead because he couldn't raise $750 on GoFundMe to buy his insulin. So he died. Welcome to the United States. The rest of the world, socialized medicine. United States, we die because we can't get strangers to help us buy our medicines. Yeah, our country is just screwed. It's terrible. But, where was I on that anyway? Oh yeah, I was saying all that. My thanks to everybody who has donated to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron. You're all beautiful, awesome people. If you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very, very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be really cool. But my personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. So you don't like the videos or don't want to subscribe to the channel, I do, unfortunately, understand. I'm going to have a ration video and a game video, hopefully something for my game channel. That would be cool. So you take care. Oh God, huge lockups. It's a Windows 10 Creators Update issue. I am 99% sure. I had so much trouble installing it, I'm quite sure it did not install properly. I need to reinstall Windows 10. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and I've got to get this edited and rendered so I can make it my appointment.